welcome to the City of Quincy Board of License Commissioners meeting, February 20th at 4 p.m. I will read into the record the open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Sue, can you call the roll?
Yes. Director Conlon.
Present.
Inspector DeCarli.
Present.
Chief Jackson.
Present.
Chief Kennedy.
Present.
Chair Crispo.
Present. We have a quorum. I will get right to agenda item number 1. Here regarding the request of the Quincy Friends of Scouting for a special use permit 1-day liquor license for their 4th annual trivia night for the Scouts event on March 2nd at the Masonic Temple of Quincy, 20 Greenleaf Street. And the event begins at 6:30 p.m. Hi, can you state your name?
My name is Ray T. Birch.
And can you tell us about your event?
Sure, the Quincy Friends of Scouting has done this event for multiple years, as you mentioned. It's an opportunity for us to raise funds for underserved and economically challenged families to send their children to our Scouts to summer camp. It is our one big annual fundraiser for that age group and need. We do a trivia night for bragging rights, a little trophy at the end of the night. We don't serve any food, but it doesn't mean that people don't call Uber Eats or something and have something delivered, Domino's Pizza. But we don't use the kitchen for food. We just offer beer and wine and seltzers to supplement the night as part of the fundraiser.
Great, thank you.
All right.
Anyone here have any questions, concerns with Quincy Friends of Scouting for a trivia night for the Scouts? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of the Quincy Friends of Scouting for a special use permit, 1-day liquor license for their 4th Trivia Night for Scouts event on March 2nd at the Masonic Temple of Quincy, 20 Greenleaf Street. The event begins at 6:30 p.m.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all set.
Awesome.
Thank
you
you.
very much. Appreciate it.
Agenda item number 2, hearing regarding the request of the Clifford Marshall and Point Webster PTOs for a special use permit for their 3rd annual Family Fun Run and Wellness Expo on Saturday, June 1st from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The run begins at the Point Webster and concludes at Clifford Marshall. Courtney Perdios. Hello, how are you?
Thanks.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much.
Why don't you tell us about your event?
Absolutely. One of my favorite events in Quincy every year. And I'm here on behalf of the Point Webster and Clifford Marshall PTOs and the principals at both schools. This is our 3rd year combining schools for this event. It's a fun run that goes from Point Webster Middle School all the way to Clifford Marshall. It's 1.5 miles, and families can either run, walk, jog, whatever they like to do on the way there. And once they get to Clifford Marshall, we have a bunch of activities on campus for families to take part in. Some for older kids, some for younger kids. Last year it was a rainy day, so we did it inside. So now we have a little practice at doing it both indoors and outdoors, although we're hoping for good weather on June 1st. So this year we're actually doing it in memory of 2nd grade teacher Christine Fyander, who unfortunately passed away from cancer in December. So we're going to be starting a scholarship for her, and some of the proceeds from the fun run will be going to that. We do have food. I'm sorry, I should mention the food. We do have refreshments. Usually every year we give out bananas and orange slices, granola bars, and Quincy Public Schools often kind of throws in some yogurts and different things like that. And we have the MWRA water truck that comes in. We have cups and different bottles to fill.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone here have any questions, concerns about Clifford Marshall and Point Webster PTOs for a special use permit for their 3rd annual Family Fun Run? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns? No, always a great event.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this. I'll pass this on to our motorcycle and bicycle officers. I know they help every year too.
That was good. They are fantastic. And last year especially was really, really good. They kind of knew what we were doing this time. And, you know, it was a little less new for them. And I think they knew what to expect and they did a great job.
Okay, make sure they get it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate Appreciate it.
Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of the Clifford Marshall and Point Webster PTOs for a special use permit for their third annual Family Fun Run and Wellness Expo on Sunday, June 1st from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Run begins at Point Webster and concludes at Clifford Marshall.
And that's Saturday, June 1st, 9 to 11:30.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all
Thanks so
set.
much. Appreciate it.
Agenda item number 3 withdrew, so that event has been canceled, but we will hear from Mr. Dunn. This is the Bill Dunn Jr. Memorial Road Race on June 29th from 8 to 12 in House Neck. Mr. Dunn, thank you for coming. Why don't you tell us about your run?
It's 15 years we've been doing this. And it's a 5-mile road race and a 2-mile walk. And it's 8 to 9 with refreshments. Been given to us the scholarship fund in memory of my son. And can't really tell you that much. Not used to it.
That's plenty. Thank you very much. And anyone here have any questions, concerns with the Bill Dunn Jr. Memorial Road Race held on June 29th? Seeing none, any questions, concerns from board members? Always a great event.
Thank you very
And
much.
we certainly look for a motion.
Yeah, and we'll make sure we have the motorcycles there to help out.
Yes.
too. That 5 miles, that feels like
Yes.
10.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Bill Dunn Jr. Memorial Road Race, June 29th from 8 a.m. to noon. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn. Agenda item number 4 here regarding the request of Harbor One Bank for a one-day liquor license for an after-hours event on March 5th from 4:30 to 6:30 at 1 Chestnut Place. Nicole Landers. Hi, Nicole. Why don't you tell us about your event?
We're having an event with the mayor at Harbor One on the 5th, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. We are hoping to provide food and beverage. In terms of beverage, it would be wine and beer. Food will be prepared at Liberty Tavern and brought over to the bank.
And is this a private event or?
It'll be private. It's invited through the bank.
Great. Thank you. Anyone here have any questions regarding Harbor One for a one-day liquor license for their event on March 5th? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of Harbor One Bank for a one-day liquor license for an after-hours event, March 5th from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at 1 Chestnut Place. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all set.
Thank you so much.
Nicole.
Have a great day.
You too. Agenda item number 5, hearing regarding the request of ALS One Inc. for a charity wine pouring license for their fundraising gala on March 8th at the Quincy Marriott 1000 Marriott Drive. This license will permit donated wine to be served at the event. Ashley Corbett, hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Why don't
So-
you tell us about your
Yeah, so I'm Ashley Corbin. I'm with ALS One. We are an ALS nonprofit on the South Shore. On Friday, March 8th, we will have our Snowball Gala at the Quincy Marriott. The gala raises critical funds for ALS research and patient care, and providing equipment and support for families. And with it being a fundraiser, we look to keep funds as low as costs as low as we can. And we have someone who's willing to donate wine. So the Marriott requested that we get this one-day permit. And Mary McKenna from the Sky Fox will be generously donating the wine if it's approved from you all.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any questions, concerns regarding the request of ALS One for a charity wine pouring license? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns? Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of ALS One Inc. for a charity wine pouring license for their fundraising gala on March 8th at the Quincy Marriott, 1000 Marriott Drive. license will permit donated wine to be served at the event.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
You're all
you.
set.
Appreciate it.
And agenda item number 6, hearing regarding the request of Kyoto Kitchen LLC doing business as Tapu for a common victual license for the premise located at 95 Franklin Street. Proposed manager Jai Kwong Wang. Proposed hours of operation 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Helen Shiner. Hi, Helen.
Hi,
Why
good
don't you tell
afternoon.
us?
Sure. So Kyoto Kitchen is the LLC that will operate Topu. It's an American-style Chinese food restaurant. We worked diligently with the owners of what we're calling the old Dunkin' Donuts, to determine what they wanted in there in terms of a business and something that would have the least amount of impact on traffic in the neighborhood, because we know that the whole purpose of the new Dunkin' Donuts was to reduce the traffic problems on Franklin Street. So we have a 10-seat restaurant proposed. It is anticipated to be between 80 and 85% takeout, but there are 10 seats. We have 5 dedicated parking spaces as part of the lease with Bike Realty, the owners of the building. Our hours of operation are stated as 10:30 to 10 p.m. We don't anticipate those being operational hours. We anticipate the staff coming in and preparing for the day at 10:30, and we're talking about probably an 11 or 11:30 opening to the public. That was also a big part of the conversation with Bike Realty and the Dunkin' Donuts Corporation, because we wanted to offset their busiest times. So based on it being a primarily takeout restaurant, it looks like we're gonna just be opposite times of them. We won't be open for their early morning rushes. We'll start primarily around noontime when they slow down. And then the same thing will happen. They start to slow around 4:30 p.m. and we'll start to pick up for dinner time service then. And then their business drops off later on in the evening and we'll pick up again.
Great, thank you. Any questions, concerns from anyone in the audience regarding Kyoto Kitchen doing business as Topu for a common victual license? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of Kyoto Kitchen LLC doing business as Topu for a common victular license for the premises located at 95 Franklin Street. Proposed manager Ji Kwang Jing, is that right?
Yep.
Proposed hours of operation 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. You're all set, thank you, Helen.
Thank you.
That does conclude our regular agenda. Looking for a motion to accept the minutes from the February 6th hearing and waive the reading.
To make a motion to accept the minutes from February 6th hearing and waive the reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Our next hearing will be on March 12th. Looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.